How do you stay up on the technologies, on the trends? Who do you like to follow? Who are the experts that Joe likes to follow?
Well, it's tricky. I mean, I'd say it changes like every day, and I know that's another cliche, but it's really true. I mean, Facebook and Twitter are doing new things on their site pretty much every day, or at least on a weekly basis. So, we have, to do that, we have a consultant that we work with, and she's fantastic, and she keeps us on top. So I think that you got to continue to, like you said, follow who you got to follow. And I keep an eye on what everybody else is doing. However, I'm going to say this thing. We are not one of those companies that does what everybody else is doing. We like to set the trends. So we don't jump on every single thing that comes out. I don't think that's creative. I don't think I need to be on every single freaking thing. First of all, with the team that we have right now, it would probably be almost impossible for us to do that. I think what we want to do is focus on what we think is going to be a creative and do it really, really, really well.
Oh yeah.
And when Pinterest was new to us last summer, we said, this is really, I think, a good thing for us. The demographic is really good for us, and it seems like our customers are involved here. Let's embrace Pinterest. Let's do it. So we did. We threw that in our repertoire. But I'm not all over everything, because you get lost. You just...
But you did a non-traditional thing with that Pinterest campaign too, because it was...
you know everything about me, don't you?
It wasn't burgers and fries.
No, it was a reading campaign. Yeah. So again, what we said was, let's build a campaign around summer reading. And we said, Mom, okay, so great, great. So anybody can do that. It's not hard. You just kind of buy some signs and do your thing. We said, no, let's be real. How do we make it really effective in the community? Well, let's get parents talking about what books their kids are reading over the summer, and let them encourage other parents to have their kids read. So we said, great, so here's what we'll do. We'll set up a Pinterest. We have Facebook, set up Pinterest, say Mom and whoever, post on here the books your kids are reading and why other people should be reading. And if you do that, every time you do that, we'll enter you in a contest, you win a tablet. I think it was a Kindle Fire. And it was great. And moms are on there, and they were like posting, hey, my kid's reading this book, and it's good because of this reason. And we did the Facebook Meatheads Book of the Day. And we were saying, hey, here's a great book that your kids can be reading. Nothing to do with Meatheads, except we did say, and if you need the help for your kids to read a book, grab this certificate, have your kid read 5 books, and then reward them bringing them into Meatheads. That's what we did. And we felt that there was a real to really get involved and really help. And this year we hope to make it even bigger and better. I'm working on it.
So a couple other,
go ahead.
A few last questions. What have we missed? What else would you like to tell us?
Food is really good here, by the way.
Food is awesome.
We're a restaurant. Some of our marketing meetings, it's funny because Tom really is the brand of Meatheads, and he's so passionate about it. And he sets the foundation for everything that I do, because he really gets it. But we get all of our creative people together and we talk and we're coming up with ideas. Sometimes I have to always stop, guys. We're a restaurant, we're not. So we do, but again, it's just kind of what we do. And I guess Yelp is social media. I would consider it social. We monitor Yelp to the point where we respond to every single Yelp. I said we respond to everything. We respond to anything. If we set up a thing online where it tells you, a blog, anything, we respond within 24 hours. If anybody watching is try me. So, good or bad. And on Yelp, we find a lot of people say, they don't, not a lot of people, but some people will say, your burger doesn't have the flavor that maybe I was expecting. Well, they're used to a beef product that's got a lot of stuff in it. This is 100% whole muscle chuck. There's nothing else in here, like Angus beef, right? Yeah. So we put some salt on it or a little Cajun spice and serve it to you with all the other stuff. It tastes like beef, right? So what we're doing here is really, I don't want to say that it's simple. The product when it comes out is simple, but the process is complicated because it requires people who work for us to have some culinary skill. It requires us to get here super early in the morning and hand cut all the fries. requires us to get produce deliveries like every day almost, and get bun deliveries almost every day. So I think that people who eat here hopefully are pleasantly surprised that we really, live those values of that determination, hustle, hard work. We put that into our food too.
So I can walk in here and know there are a lot of lessons that others can learn, not only people in the restaurant business or the burger business, but just in business. What advice do you, and this will be our last question unless Dan's got some other one, what advice do you have for others in business, or you can, that's an open and, whatever.
I don't know. I mean, it'd probably be a question for Tom, our owner's lived a couple more lives than I have. But I really, truly buy into what we sell at Meatheads is we're real. If we make a mistake, if we're wrong, we're wrong. We say it all, we make mistakes. We serve thousands and thousands of people. It happens. And we never tell people, oh my gosh, well, you didn't understand. No, it's like, oh my gosh, we made your burger wrong. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me do whatever I can to fix that for you because we made a mistake. And I think if you do that in every part of your business, I think people respond differently. You're not defensive, they're not going to be defensive. If they want to yell and scream, fine. But we're still just going to we're just going to be like, look, we're a real company, we're real, that's what we do. We did whenever we do we did a photo shoot recently for Meatheads, just updating some of the pictures and stuff. And we're like, the photographer, we had a great photographer, and he's like, you should bring in, these trays and these plates. But that's not what we are. We serve our burgers on tins with liners. So let's just use that. Let's just be that, And so that's really what I would say. And I, of course, am still learning every minute, at how to do my job well, because, But I would say that just be real with people and be real about what you are and what you're not. And I think that'll take you a long way, as opposed to trying to just be something you're not.